My YouTube and my Facebook. I don't know why Facebook is zooming in like this close to my face, so I have to back up a little bit. That's a little scary. God, goodness. Just want to let you all know that I'm back in Pinellas County. I'm at 70th Avenue and 49th Street. Um, I flew to Dallas Fort Worth Airport. Was stuck there for 5 hours, and I just kind of lay flat, took a nap, woke up, and I was actually arrived at Orlando Airport. So I had to drive back from Orlando to Tampa, seeing all the traffic on the northbound lane. I'm here with my dad. My dad's over there to my left. Here, you guys can see where he's sitting real quick. Where is he? Where is he? There you go. He actually worked today. See, he's on his phone. Dad, say hello, Dad. Boy, say hello. Oh God, this Facebook thing is really zooming in on me. Zooming on my dad. So it's really hot, actually really humid. Had to change into this other one. We're observing it right now. Hopefully it will change direction south, or it just needs to go away from humans. Okay, it just needs to make a U-turn. U-turn. For all of you who could not make it out or chose to stay against the advisement of our city local government officials, and if you're at home and if you are worried, please rest assured that here in Pinellas County, we have now hundreds and perhaps I would say thousands of ambulances. I saw hundreds on other feeds. Mrs. Vavana, who lives right across from our yoga teacher lives across from the Tropicana field, and we have ambulances from all over the state. So some companies I haven't even seen, haven't even heard, but they're all there lined up. We have wonderful emergency management logistics. My uncle was head of emergency management Sarasota County, but he's retired. So I get to know the ins and outs just a little bit about how they do what they do, and they're very good at it. To conduct rescues, boats, ambulances, ALS, life-saving measures and support within the ambulances. Coast Guard, we saw Florida Highway Patrol also assisting in record mass numbers. And we know here in Florida at FHP, there's always a shortage of state troopers, and to see them converge and hunker down in Pinellas County to assist in any way that they can, it's a beautiful thing. So just know that the hurricane comes quite fairly quick, the speed that it is moving, and it will, as fast as it comes, is as fast as it will leave. And in all the meanwhile, stay tuned to your radios, emergency radios, crank it up. If you have solar power, solar batteries, you know, this is where certain teachings apply to all of us, especially the teachings on karma. You know, I know that a lot of people are afraid, especially afraid to die, afraid of great bodily harm and injury during these things. And sometimes you could be in like a fortified building. If karma wants you, karma will have you. And that's why I came back, because I have unshakable faith and confidence in all the good things that I've done in my life, that it is no way going to target me. I mean, this tree behind me can fall on me right now. You know, this when hurricanes or natural disasters happen, the benefits that come out of it, right? Indeed, nobody wants it, nobody needs it. It's bad for our economy, it's bad for everyone that is involved in recovery methods and the magnitude of state, local government. But the good thing, spirituality, is that it reminds us of our own mortality and the mortality of other people. It reminds us of suffering in us and other people. And like I said in my previous post about, you know how we have like 75 years to live, if even, maximum. 1/3 of that is spent sleeping, so minus 50. Then you minus another 25 for the adolescent ages of making mistakes and not knowing what's going on. So now you have 25 years left to live, not to mention education in there. So subtract 10 for education. Now you have 15 years to live. In those 15 years maximum for the capacity for the enjoyment of life, you have to account for natural disasters, one of them, or other things, little oopsies in life, going into the hospital and so on. And you can see that we don't really have a lot of time on this planet. to maximize our time with our loved ones and to do what needs to be done. So therefore, natural disasters, some good do come out of it. It reminds us to go back to the spiritual path, whether you're Christian or Hindu or Buddhist. You know, a lot of people are now astray from that. And this is the only time where they pray to Jesus, God, Lord, Allah, Vishnu, everybody, all the gods across all of the religions, right? But for the skillful Buddhists, we don't really pray. We are confident in the workings of karma. And that's why you see Southeast Asia, they give so much, give more and take less, because they're dependent on that karmic currency to save them. And for all the good things, you know, that you've done in your life, doing the most good in your life, is karma gonna target you? That's a question for karma. I'm here. I've been giving more and taking less my whole entire life growing up. So we all just have to band together and be there for one another and answering the phone. I will be there if you need to call me. My phone's gonna be there. I'm just gonna be hunkering down with my folks and observing it, and you know, by the time you know it, it's over. All things are permanent, and such as the hurricane. As we get close to 1 o'clock Wednesday in the morning, so it's now 2 o'clock, so 12 hours from now, okay, try not to go out, right? Because as closer as it gets, and all it needs is one little gust of wind to knock out one of these power lines, and the whole entire neighborhood goes out of power, and then we're going to be in trouble. Safety is of the essence, so stay put. Yeah, just stay put. Don't crawl out. And if you need to do something now, especially if you're here in Pinellas County getting gas, now is like probably the best time to do it, I would say. I'm on 49th Street, and there's really not a lot of panic yet. So just getting everything done and over with before the rain comes would be essential. I don't know what everyone's plan is, but you have to follow the Pinellas County's current plan and zones. Obviously, if you're near the beaches or anywhere near low-lying flat, go to the shelter. You know, call the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office non-emergency line. Call the St. People's Police non-emergency line. Pinellas County Sheriff is 582-6200, 727-582-6200. And St. Pete Police is 893-7780, 727-893-7780. See? Social work for 19 years. Just that to you. You remember everybody's phone number. If you do see down power lines outside, stay away from it. Very far away from it. Like an entire, there's a whole science behind down power lines. They're very dangerous. It will zap you faster than a taser, and you might not get back up. So, you know, just some of these key things to watch out for. Just wait till everything settles before you start assessing damage, and not to be rushing everything. And make sure there's somebody with you, and don't do it alone in case you get hurt. The other person can get help. You know, some people just like to crawl out and do it on their own, and it's all fun and well until one of these branches land on top of you and you can't scream and ask for help, and your neighbor's still indoors or your neighbor's gone somewhere. Okay. Yeah, just keep an eye out of your window safely when it is good to do so. There will be looters, like every year we have looters. We're hearing sirens already. It's a retirement state, so we have a lot of sirens in general. There will be looters, and keep an eye out for your neighbors, okay? Obviously, when the wind is really high, you don't want to be near windows, because the wind will be so high it will blow. Hold on. They're trying to fix my car right now. I got a nail in it, so it's really loud. I'm just going to walk. Let me walk over here. We might see a bunch of sheriff cars fly by us real quick. Try to move this here. What was I saying? Yeah, you know, it's unfortunate that in our society, we have people out there that waits for people's lowest point in their life, where they're running for their lives and they wait to break into people's houses. So please do arm your alarms and observe your house from afar. If you've already left the house, you just keep an eye on your Arlos, cameras, or whatever's going on. And probably now it's 2 o'clock. Time to make little signs and put it outside your window. The bad guy's being watched. Okay. And from me as a public message, this is being broadcasted across YouTube and stuff like that. Don't break in other people's homes. We have a lot of burglary detectives that will eventually catch up to you. Okay? They will find you. They will find it. Trust me. Now we got cameras all over, Ring doorbells. I'm telling you, they will find you. They're very sophisticated. It's 2024. It's not back in the day. That's why I don't understand why people still hold on one second. Why people still like conduct bank robberies. It's 2024. Can't get away with certain things. Burglary, home burglary, vandalism, home invasion is that. And not to mention that this is a stand your ground state, so they will pop you. That means they can take deadly force. The holy man can't stop them, whoever it is. Tom, Dick, and Harry, Karen, Rebecca, Susan. If they got a 38 in their house and you do what you do, we call that instant karma. I can't stop them. I ain't got no special powers, okay? So I think they're done with the car over there. My dad's signaling me back to go back with him to visit my mom. Dad's 74, mom's 65, so. All right, time to go. Okay, may you all be well, be happy, be free, always be healthy. Let me just drag you guys, because I don't have time to turn this thing off. Is it? Bị đinh hả ba? Hả? Thì phải thay used. Yeah, oh, I guess the tire is done. So let me go assess the tire for a second. God, this Facebook thing is like, oh my God. Why does it do that? We talk to the mechanics here. You just got to see the current state.
Cái này hư rồi hả? Dạ. Là sao? Hả? 7 phút. Chắc 7 phút. Nhưng mà lái xe đâu? Ủa vậy hả? Dạ. Cái này vẫn còn nhiều thực mà. Mà nó không có đi hả? Chắc cũng có đi được. Cũng có đi được. Anh chưa tháo để nhúng đúng không? Giờ anh nhúng nước chưa?
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, folks. Apparently, the mechanic says need new tire. I said, you got to use one for 40 bucks? He says, sure. I think that's pretty much all the recommendations that I got. Hopefully, it loses a lot of power and juice. I mean, it like strengthened, Cat 5, Cat 4. By the time more noise. Oh man, why? Come across the street here. There we go. What was I gonna say? Yeah, by the time it hits us, it's Cat 3, and usually it's is losing a lot of power, a lot of strength and intensity. That's what I'm guessing. I'm not a meteorologist, but just the fact that how they the predictive spaghetti model and the predictive models that it is. So, but if you are along the barrier islands of Pinellas County, you got to go. It's very dangerous because that's why I went down there and took those videos of the aftermath and published it on my TikTok and across my social media, so you all can see the what it did. And of course, until you live there, you know. But if you don't live there, and if you at low-lying area, Old Northeast also too, go, go. You don't want to be swimming back. You don't want to be floating on the streets, down power line and water. Don't mix. Just it's going to be a lot of deaths. The mayor of Tampa says that if you don't get out, you will die. So I think Pam Iorio. I think it's Pam Iorio, the mayor right now. Because I don't live in Tampa, I don't know who's the current, but I know she was former. I think I'm right. No, Jane Castor. Sorry, Jane Castor, former police chief and now mayor. Um, yeah, so if you're near water, don't ever think that your house can withstand or it's not going to be that bad or underestimate. Okay. Again, half of my talk today is to comfort people, and the other half is like if you're in these areas, it's very dangerous, and we've seen what Helene did. You got to go. You got to go. Don't underestimate that. Okay. I just don't want to scare people. I just want to say and then everyone else their heightened level of anxiety. And then I don't want to say the other part, and then everyone's like, okay, well, he's telling us, and that. Well, I'm not a meteorologist, okay? I'm just telling you all um, that safety first, safety last, and safety always. Uh, just don't want to see a lot of funerals because I get the phone call in funerals also too. When they're living, I'm there, and then when they're dead, I'm also there. So just preventing a lot of unnecessary loss of life here in Pinellas County. Likewise, I was not aware that other of my cohorts that were living here, they're also very shaken up in 40, 50 years that they've been living here. And this is the first time, me living here in 30 years in Pinellas County, where I got to see that type of damage that Helene did. Nonetheless, the second one that's coming in the next 12 hours. The paradises out on the beach is absolutely destroyed. And I just don't know how long they're going to. At this point, whatever Helene did it did a number on us. 5 to 7 years. I just don't know of recovery efforts to make it look like the same again. But this is a great test of humanity and a great test of the private sector of insurance and how fast they can mobilize, and all of the wonderful handyman and construction workers who are trained in restoration come down and work their magic, no different than when COVID hit. People were able to mobilize so quickly in those mobile tents, mobile hospitals. Very impressive. China erected one is said and done. I hope that my fellow Floridians and Pinellas County residents, how about all of Florida? Oh man, no. The wind just tried to blow one of these things over. we all really owe them a big thank you. We should come to their fire stations when the dust settle and really thank them and write letters to them and city leaders and stuff like that. Yeah, they're public servants. Don't forget that. Everybody hates the police until they need them. And you know, we always look for the things that go wrong in society. We don't look at the things that go right. And Buddhism teaches you to be grateful and look for the things that are going right. So I mean, just imagine if they weren't here and they're not doing their job or they don't want to do their job. That would be a terrible thing. But, you know, unfailing response, unfailing first responder. And if you all forgot that I was a lifeguard for the city of Clearwater when I was, I think, like 20 years old or something like that. So, you know, I received training just similar to what they're doing now, of course. So, you know, just really thank the firemen, and they're going to be out and about tirelessly, shift after shift, shift after shift. I'd like to conclude my talk, and you all stay safe. And if you need anything, please feel free to reach out. I'm here for you. And we should reconvene again probably tonight. Hopefully there's Wi-Fi and electricity. Take care, folks.